So this will take us to here. And then we're going to need to run up this mountain and find the next node. Okay. You been here all afternoon? Oh, have you, my son? Have you, my son? Ah! Boy, Billy. Tell me to watch this with the sound off, would be surprised. Or is this why like random people have been coming in the past like 2 days on the channel being like, "Do you ever regret joining Serenity?" There was that guy yesterday. They're like, "Can I ask you an honest question about WoW?" I was like, "Sure." So Sko and I had a falling out for years, and then we became really good friends again after we talked about everything. That was like years ago, though. Both of those were years ago, long time ago. He was basically held a grudge against me for years because I joined Serenity instead of Method. He felt like I turned my back on him, and then we eventually put that behind us, like 2017, I want to say. It was at Gamescom. The last time I went to Gamescom was 2017, so 8 years ago. Did he take it hard? Well, I mean, like, yes, I guess. Harder than I thought he would. But, you know, he saw it from his perspective. Eventually he talked about it and he understood it from my perspective, too. My father has messaged me, hopefully with suggestions for Mother's Day. Oh, with 15 question marks. That he actually came through. Maybe they need tanks again? Method? Method has so many tanks that they're replacing tanks. What are you talking about? Pretty sure that's part of why Nate retired. So that now Andy could tank instead. Oh, I see the next pillar. This is going to be rough, dude. What the fuck? Does just Serenity have back over Method to make that decision? I mean, there's people I knew in Serenity as well, but like, see, from my perspective, I was the first like hardcore top end raider, higher profile guy, whatever you want to call it, to do the EU transfer back in the day. Like that was not common. I was literally pioneering that ground. So doing that was a massive change for me after being in Midwinter for ever, right? It was a big change. And that change was under the premise that I was joining what at the time was the best guild in the world, Method, to tank for them. And it was going to be a big news thing and blah, blah, blah. So the main... I was not going over to EU and leaving my entire life of WoW at that point. Because like I said, right, everything was an A at that point. I was not leaving to like casually play with friends, right? I was going to play and compete for World First. That was literally what I was going to do. So when you're presented with, hey, 95% of the people that raid for World First have now gone and made their own World First guild, right? Who do you want to join? Then, you know. And for what it's worth, by the way, it's not like I didn't talk to Sko and Roger and stuff, right? I was like, hey, here's the situation, man, just so you know. They, like, asked me and all this stuff. And even he honestly was like, honestly, man, like, I don't know what's going to happen with Method at the time. And if that's your goal, then, you know, you should join them. Because I can't promise anything from our end. I don't know what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. So You know, there wasn't like a heated argument. Like, it was all friendly terms. So he obviously was upset about it long term, but he told me to do that too, so. And then we just, I don't know, he just held it against me for years, and then, like I said, we patched things up 8 years ago, and it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, that was it. Like, I was leaving my entire NA livelihood behind to compete for World First World of Warcraft.
Eyes open, dummy.
And I was told by parties on every side that Serenity was the right call for that, so. The thing is, like, all this is, like, everybody has their own side of the story and is muddled, right? So, like, Sko stepped in to react to Mike's video because Mike probably had a bunch of misinformation. Because I think the only person Mike talked to for his video was Scripe. And then Sko probably stepped in, and then whatever Sko said, I'm sure, is muddled with his own take on things. And then I have things to add and blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't. Fucking hell. So that's Serenity didn't last longer. Didn't work out, man. Cursed. So Serenity died from a lack of leadership, is what it was. Like, there's no ifs and buts about that. It's just literally what happened. Hard fact. Lack of leadership and then lack of commitment once that started happening. Cargo container ruined resins. Serenity was the right call? Yeah, but, like, you don't know that, right, at the time. Like, how are you supposed to predict that method somehow to bounce back? You don't, right? Like, in a circumstance like that, which was never before seen, it was over. The guild was toast. Like, it wasn't happening. Even them themselves had no idea and weren't confident about what would happen. Thank God we had enough to build that. Oh, yes, daddy. Okay, that means we can... So now we just have to run there. And then... the fisherman's there. Oh man, linking this was so big. Particularly this one. Or, well, this one. This one was already built. I sat here until Tally rated you, and no offense... And it's no offense being sent to you. I honestly only found Twitch like 5 years ago. Oh, it's fine. I mean, a lot of people found me through WoW and like rating and stuff. As sad as it is that Tally and I don't really talk as much these days. Like, we're still homies, but like Tally back in the day helped me a lot with a girl in my channel and stuff. Now, I do think that was also for his own benefit, for what it's worth, because he saw like a rising, you know, tank competing for World First and stuff, and Tally knows how to spot the right people to, you know, kind of keep in touch with, for lack of a better term. But nonetheless, I mean, we became really good friends over time as a result. Where is my... There's... When Tally's in big in Japan, with OG guilds, man. Damn, that was still not enough to... I would love to see Sloot get a redemption arc. Dude, I'm probably one of the most, like, sad stories about World First. Maybe embarrassing to a certain extent. It used to honestly haunt me a lot. I've just kind of moved on with my life at this point. But I literally never ended up getting World First, despite everything. I never got World First on an end boss. I got World First on some, like, really big-name bosses, but never an end boss. Not with Serenity, not with Midwinter. Not with, well, BDG never really reached that level, but not with BDG either. Never happened. Sad redemption arc. Oh, it takes so much time, man, to rejoin WoW for that kind of stuff. I honestly don't even know if guilds would take me now. I would need to get like hardcore back into WoW. How far away is this? Still got 100 meters left. Should be able to put it right outside this place. Crazy how stacked Serenity was. Serenity had literally on paper the best roster in the world. Like nothing was even close at that point. It's just leadership was really bad, and recruitment was really, really tough. Was part of the issue. Wait. Like we have to constantly recruit new healers, and by we I mean not me. Like they basically YOLO made 3 officers towards the end of Serenity's lifespan, and I was one of them. But by that point, the guild was already like kind of toast. There's just like 2 officers trying to do everything, and it just like wasn't enough. He also had like other issues, like there was a lot of egos, understandably. Considering there's a lot of method at the time, world first players had a lot of clashing egos in Serenity. That didn't help at all. Kuzum and Potom were like the sole leaders, and like no bashing them. I love those guys, but they definitely bit off more they can chew with trying to 2-man officer lead that guild, and it was just constant like. Led to like pretty toxic environments and stuff a lot of the time. Kuzum was ego, but Kuzum was very good. Like at the time, Kuzum was the best raid leader in the world. Like there's just no hands down. Like there's no argument about that. Zero argument about that. Okay, so we need to take this. Okay, so we're going to build another zip line there. And then a zip line outside the fisherman. The fisherman. And that should be good. Then we have full zip line connection, and we'll have a zip line anchor down there to connect to wherever else. Also, I need to let go of... Wait, do I have enough PCCs, actually? Okay, first things first. Not claim materials, recycle. Recycle this. That one's almost empty, but it's fine. Recycle. This. Good. We have 2 PCCs, which should be all we need. This is gonna be a fucking climb, dude. MMV was 10 years ago? Probably, yeah. Anyone put a timefall shelter out here by any chance? Looking good now. We'll definitely check the state of our cargo damage, container damage. Okay, I'm actually gonna make and take one more repair spray with us. Still probably need it for that. Did any kind soul put anything useful in here? Might need ladder. Take the PCC too as well. Level 1 Boka skeleton. Okay. First time I saw Sloot was commentating on Josh for something at BlizzCon. Josh and I never commented together on BlizzCon. Josh and I piloted the first ever Tesla dungeon race, which ended up being like the premise for the MDI. That was one of the first times I, like, met Josh as, like, IRL. We hung out and stuff. And then it became Gage. Oh, shit, we don't want to. We gotta switch hats. We do have to switch hats, yo, to the camel. There we go. Takes everything? Hey, you never know when you use ladders. Especially if there's any snakes. Where the fuck am I going? What's this one? Why are you dragging the crates? Because they don't physically fit on my back. Remember when I found Sloot when he reviewed Kungan's logs? Oh god, bro, the Kungan era. Fuck me. Holy dude. I think that's the most toxic and angry I've been in, like, the WoW community. But toxic with good reason. That was a ride that time. Alright, later, Itzels. See ya. Alright, so somewhere up here we gotta slap down. Nice little... upgraded too. Actually, that could be a problem. Hopefully this isn't too far. It might be too far though. Which is gonna make it a pain in the fucking ass to return. Oh no, wrong structure. Generator, bridge, jump ramp, zipline. Holy fuck, on the button, 300.
Count on it.
Now we 90-degree vertical drop down. Point on the doll where Kungan touched you? Bro, he touched everyone. I was just the one to fucking do something about it. You kidding me? The entire fucking hardcore community, the entire hardcore raiding community despised him. Or at least most people. He's a true villain era. This looks much safer here, actually. Not just hardcore. I mean, I don't know. I didn't talk to. Obviously, my direct contacts then were like. World close. Oh god. Not like these. Well, the good news is the cargo we're transporting is safely on our little floaty device. So that's totally fine. I'll take that spill. Unfollowed me a bunch of times as jokes. I mean, these stupid jokes. My jokes are all hilarious. There's that structure down there. 826.6k likes. Why is my cart twerking? That's a loot cannon. What is that beside it, though? Oh, it's just some random structure. That was a zipline thing, but no. How many likes? 826k. Alright. Final moment of truth for transport.
Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome. Security
Please be 300. 362!
Take
We
care,
can fix
Sam.
this. We have the technology. Oh, wait, we can't build here yet, right? Oh, well, we're on pyro coverage. This guy will probably put us on the chiral network in a second, though. Here's your stupid fucking fisherman shit, bitch.
You got a back for me. You really went
You just
out
did this,
and
Kings?
recovered every last container. Right. Give
Did
me
you
just
face
a
the
moment to
boss
check
that
the
spawns in the
damage.
tar? I just kind of avoided it. Rose, dude, thanks for the 23-monther. Carry me home? Were you in that cart?
Look at our flawlessness. Thank you so much. All right, use your Cupid to put me on the network.
The true monster's in front of me because he's Australian. Tune. I think I kind of was looking at Izzy. Oi, oi, mate. That's not it. Oh, that's a spoon. So you played knife and spooning before. Oh, that's a massive section. Gig R. RD grenade launcher? Grenade launcher loaded with adhesive MP shells, effective against any target. The grenades stick to their target on impact and can be detonated remotely, damaging all enemies caught in the blast. Interesting.
Now displaying your current porter grade. So you hooked me up. Cheers for that. The network should help me continue my pursuit of the Lord. Yeah.
Bro, Split Fiction's up there too,
Maybe
man.
you've
Kings,
heard
if you
him
haven't played
sing
it, it's
out by the
incredible.
Tar Lake, haven't you? Private fella, rarely shows his face, but when he does appear again, it'll be a bloody catastrophe. On a scale of what happened to Lakeside Fort Knott.
I'm sure there's some Australian people that sound like that stricken, though. Different dialects in different regions,
will
no?
prevent anything like that. So, thanks again, Sam.
We had the same conversation about
and
British
the
people.
data I shared with you is for a remote detonation grenade launcher. Humans, mechs, BTs, it's good against them all. Something tells me you're gonna need it real soon.
Excuse me? The Lord?
The Lord of the Tar Lake, a monstrous fish.
Ah, here it
legendary
comes. I fucking knew it!
I went out with some mates of mine to try and finally catch the bastard.
I fucking
Which
called
is
this.
how we learned we weren't dealing with a fish at all. It's a giant BT. In fact, it used to be a pair of giant BTs.
Oh.
And one of them was responsible
You sure there
for the
aren't a
void
giant
out
pair
that
of
reduced
TTs?
Lakeside Fort Knott to a smoking crater. Our ship went down in the chaos. My mates went down with it. I was the only survivor. Couldn't tell you how I got away from the wreck. Don't remember a thing. I woke up in the company of those twins. They're the ones who saved my life. But don't think that's the end of the story. I can still hear the Lord singing. The other BT. It's still out there. And we've got to do whatever it takes to kill it.
I'm shocked.
The cargo you brought me from our ship is just the thing we need to track it down. I'll be conducting a detailed investigation.
I have a feeling I know where it is.
Lead on its whereabouts. I hope I can count on your help.
An RD grenade launcher?
After firing a grenade, you can use a switch on the launcher to detonate the shell manually. Timing is everything when you're in the middle of a fight, but you can also use this function to set up traps in advance from a safe distance. Comes in quite handy for me when I need to drive off nosy chiral creatures. You should experiment with it.
Gotta go.
Cheers for the help. Really, the Lord of the Tar Lake is a threat we can't afford to ignore. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. So I will need your assistance in the future. It's not the kind of enemy I can take on alone.
Well, you should probably
I'll
get some other
update
people.
you when I know more. Until then, stay safe and stay in touch, mate.
Order completed. Well done.
Okie dokie. Alright, I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back. Let's get back to it. Got my chicken and veg. Oops. I assume this guy doesn't have the thing now, right? Defeat all floating BTs. Lured stranded creature samples. We can probably... Okay, hold up. We need to solve our transportation first. Oh, there's one here. Oh god, please. Is this T2? Garizu? It is not. 240 chemicals, 480 special alloys. 240 chemicals, special alloys, okay. Hopefully this dude has them here. Otherwise, this is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. 480. Oh my god, he doesn't have fucking alloys. Or the chemicals. Green onions are delicious. Absolute shit spill right now. Does this go anywhere? No connecting zip lines. We need to turn this into T2. Oh man, is there like a fisherman loot here? Unironically, might be able to just get him to 2-star. If we can get him to 2-star, then he will fix, or he'll bump up the materials there. It should be enough materials to just... Yeah, we're pretty close to 2-star. It should be then enough materials to just fuck off and upgrade that thing to T2 and get out of here. Let's get all the way back there. Which we've built the connection to, so that's fine. Jellies. Don't know if this is enough. We just have to hope it is. If there's nothing else nearby. You ready, Porgy? Gross? What's wrong with you people?
Good for you, getting this cargo.
Banger.
I've been making progress in my work thanks to you.
Backpack cover
Let me
level
give you a
1?
little something
Cover that
in
protects
return.
cargo from your backpack from timefall. And prevents it from becoming dislodged due to heavy falls and other impacts. Cargo will not be protected if the stipulated capacity is exceeded. Cargo will be rendered useless if destroyed. Be careful.
You need more materials, am I right?
Oh, perfect.
You can use it to and if you happen to take courses a
Blah
limit.
blah 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 blah. Okay.
Order completed.
240 chemicals, 480 alloys. I think there's literally exactly 240 chemicals. God bless. It somehow all worked out. Fabrication and management. Flame. 240 chemicals, 480 special. also accept that quest since we're going back. Can we make that new thing? Wait, where do you make it? Ah! Where do you make the backpack cover? The fuck?